Hey everyone, welcome. Before I forget it, we started a remix. Finished my song competition 6 weeks ago. Today is the last day where you can submit it. Down below in the description, first link is where you need to submit it to. And today we're doing a track submit edition. A very special one because it's the last one. I'll try to explain more at the very end, but it's not happening anymore in this kind of way and form. I'll try to explain it in a later video fully, the reasoning behind it, but the alternative I'll tell you about at the very end. We're listening to your tracks, I rate them, I give feedback, and you, as always, have the chance to win a free year of subscription with Wiseband. They're a distributor, so they make sure your music ends up on Spotify or all other platforms to help to promote it, and all of the money your song makes is yours. If you're interested in that, I'll also link it down below. Just comment which of the songs that you're about to hear you like the most and why, and you have a chance to win this 1 year subscription. Let's get started.
Never knew that we would fly so high. Never knew that we would burn out in the sky. When I met you, I thought that we...
Very good vocal. I don't know if this is self-recorded. If yes, huge respect. If that is off Splice, then no respect. But yeah, it's still good. Like, Splice vocals are still fine as long as you have them like as like a placeholder. But I wouldn't really release something with Splice vocal, especially not if it's like a full-on vocal. If it's just like chopped up stuff or some bits here and there, okay. But if the 90% of the song is the vocal and that vocal is off Splice, there are guaranteed 100 other songs using the same vocal. That's a little embarrassing. But yeah, let's continue. Yeah, hard to judge. Like, the vocal again is good. The instrumental sounds like a rough first demo, like mixing wise and like everything in the right place. It's not there yet. The vibe is cool, but I think the instrumental depends more on the vocal than the other way around. So I think the producer needs to deliver a little more to be on par with the vocal. But generally, as it is, if I wouldn't know anything about it and just listen to it, I would be like, yeah, cool kind of song. I could see a lot of people like listening to this on Spotify and on the radio. It's like, it's good enough, finished enough, and with the vocal that rescues a lot, it's good enough to be enjoyed by people, I think. Let's see what the next person has to offer. Fire by DJ CD.
Fire in the house tonight.
Classic, ultra classic house music, piano house music with like diva, old school, defective kind of vocals. It sounds very round, it sounds very finished, arrangement is good, all of the sounds that were selected, they're like correct. There's nothing sticking out, nothing weird. I just think the production quality could be amped up a little more as well on this one, like mixing, EQing, separation of elements, making things wide. Not too much, because like it loses eventually its old school vibe, so it needs to sound a little muddy in a way, like warm muddy, like somewhere in between. But a little more to be more like compatible with other producers that do this kind of style. Next up, we got by Skahigan, Forget the Day Job. That's a good title. I love that.
Forget your day job, baby. It's a brand new day. We're heading straight for Satan.
It's very cool and very awkward at the same time, but then cool again. Vocal diva more again as the previous song, which doesn't fit to the more melodic techno vibe. It's like a high contrast that still works for me. I actually like it. That would be a song that I would remember. I love the drop. It's very minimalistic, but there are like enough little ear candy things popping in and out to make it interesting. And the vocal sits in between as it was meant to be in there.
It's a brand new day. We're heading straight for Satan. If I
I like that. I really like it. I think there's just like one problem due to the contrast of the vocal to the instrumental. It will be really hard to find a label for this one, because like a proper techno label will say, no, we don't like the vocal, and a house label won't take it because it's too techno in the instrumental. That's unfortunately how the business works. I also hate it. I would love to see more of these bold kind of songs, like given a chance. So yeah, please, whoever made this, get in touch with me. I'll try to help, because I actually know a friend who is a little more alternative. He might be interested in this. But very solid, very cool, very good. Next up, by Marco, Are You Ready for Love? I mean, it's in a style that I actually really like. It goes into like the more progressive, deep house kind of direction. But it's not executed well. Like the vibe is there in a way, but it still sounds very loose. It needs more like pressure and tightness. Also, the melody, it's like too loopy. It's just like an extended loop. Ear candy, automation, elements popping in and out to make it more interesting over time. And next up, by Luke DeLune, Jungle. Cool. I like the idea, jungle, having some jungle sounds in there. Be careful if you do something like this too much. It can sound very cheesy. But here I think it works. It gives it a vibe. But the drop doesn't convince me 100%. It's too muted. It's too dull in a way. Like there's just this piano, and the piano sounds very unprocessed. And the ARP is very muffled. Like an ARP like this, delay, reverb, make it wide, make it big, open up and close the cutoff, make it move. Maybe make it play just one octave and then jump to having a range of 2 octaves on the drum. Like something that is more interesting. And next up, by Dawn, Livin'.
Yeah, now I'm living in the place. Yeah.
Very, very simple in a way, but straightforward, to the point. That's a good song. That's a good club song. It doesn't do a whole lot of things. It's musically very simple, but it's functional. This one works. This one could be played in a club and people would dance and party to it. I think it's good enough, maybe even for a release. There's some technical things, but nothing major. Like I think just mastering. And if you play it really loud in a club, people would enjoy it. And that's the point of club music. Next up, Night of Avalon. I love the name. By Raimundo. Let's see. Yeah, more like a big room kind of direction. A little trance vibe is in there. It's musically just too boring. We have like a 16 bass line, which is fine, but then again, just like a groove on top. So there is no music in a way. And the previous song also didn't have really musical playing that much in there, if you know what I mean. But it had cool sound design. So it's usually the less musical a song is, the more the sound design has to take over and be special and rememberable and exciting in a way. And here all of the sounds sound like pretty much standard presets I heard already a million times. And then on top, the musical side isn't exciting. Yeah, it's for me something I heard already too many times and makes it instantly a little boring. So I would either spend more time on the sound design or spend more time on the melodies and make something deeper, maybe some chords in there, or like a main melody that is like very hooky and carries the entire song. That would be my suggestion for this one. I think that's it. Those are the last ever track submits. And there's like big stuff happening, but I can't tell you that much about it. There's a lot of things going to change. My initial idea, because I still want to like spend some time giving feedback. And since we as a team anyways go through all of the demos, I was thinking, why not live stream that and do some live feedback. So that's maybe possibly the replacement for these track submits. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. There's again new stuff coming, probably with the beginning of next year. That's it pretty much. If you're interested to submit your song, down below in the description. If you're interested to win the prize of being able to release your songs for 1 year for free, all of the money your songs make is yours. Wiseband, link down below in the description. Comment which one you like best and why, to have a chance to win the prize, full year free subscription. Thanks for watching. That's it. Sign out.